Coming up in this episode, man, day 7 of Cleveland Browns training camp is in the books, man. And Deshaun Watson has responded, man. Shedeur Sanders been putting pressure on Deshaun Watson in training camp, and Deshaun Watson came out today and he proved himself why he's an 8-year veteran in the NFL. And basically, he came out there with one of them, I would say, one of them Eminem moments where basically his palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater, arms mom spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface, he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. Y'all know what the saying is: lose yourself in the moment. And that's what Deshaun Watson did today, man. He lost himself in the moment, and he had a great bounce back today in training camp day number 7. And he completely took over. And we're going to talk about it coming up right after this.
Yeah. K-Sap in the building. Let's go. Simply ball dropping podcast. Turn me up. Turn me up. K-Sap on the mic. We don't talk like nah. Sports talk heavy. Every take got bite. Angel Reese on the glass. Big boys, big smoke. Double NBA heat. Better wake up, folks. Wake up. Browns talk live. Shedeur in the frame. Coach Brown, Colorado. Respect on the name. See you aunties in the chat. They gon' ride for the truth. K-Sap. Bring the fire from the booth to the booth. Fire. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. Like, comment, subscribe. Come join the crew. Hush, bush, salute. See everybody in the comments too. Salute. Simply ball drop it. Simply ball drop it. Let's go.
Well, guys, today in training camp, man, Deshaun Watson had one of those moments where he bounced back to let everybody know this is why he's an NFL veteran quarterback in this league, man. So he has responded to all the noise, all the hate, because what has happened is through these first 6 days of training camp, Shedeur Sanders has been putting pressure on Deshaun Watson, and this quarterback competition battle is heating up. But today, Deshaun Watson completely took over. Shedeur Sanders came out the gate. He struggled out the gate, but then he picked up late. And we saw at the end of practice where he threw a nice little down the field pass to Gabe Larvidan. And this is what I'm saying. It's the constant ebbs and flows of training camp with these quarterbacks, because one day Todd Monken will give Shedeur Sanders the bulk of the first team, and then he'll give Deshaun Watson. But you got to notice Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders are the two guys that are splitting up these first team reps, and they paying dividends, man. They got two quarterbacks that are out there competing their ass off. And what we have seen is iron sharpens iron. And Shedeur Sanders has put a lot of pressure on Deshaun Watson to deliver. So day 7 of training camp, Deshaun Watson responded in a major way. He looked locked and ready. And the thing about Todd Monken's offense, man, we see a lot of little quick passes, get the ball out quick, moving the chains, and then we see some explosive plays down the field. But majority of the explosive plays that we have seen down the field in training camp has come by way of Shedeur Sanders. So Deshaun Watson, sometimes when he drops back and he taking that long pass down the field, he was making some ill-advised throws and he was getting picked off early in training camp. So now today, he probably went back and looked at the film and studied some things that he could do better. He's got the ball out quick, so it's a lot of short game. So I think in this Todd Monken offense, the short game is going to pay big dividends, because now you got to see what you're going to do in the run game. Can Quinshawn Judkins pick off from where he left off last year before the devastating leg injury? That's what things that you got to see, because right now, looking at how Deshaun Watson performed today in training camp, it looks like it was a lot of short passes. Nothing was down the field. Nothing was 20 yards down the field. Everything was underneath. Everything was getting the ball out quick, making your reads, going through your progressions, getting the ball out quick before the defense comes barreling down on you. And that's what Deshaun Watson did today. And Deshaun Watson responded to all the heavy criticism that he's been taking over these last 6 days, because Shedeur Sanders is putting that pressure on him. But before we get off into what Deshaun Watson did today, y'all guys do me a favor, man. Could y'all please like, comment, subscribe on the video? Also, we will see the infamous quarterback tracker to let you know how these quarterbacks performed today. Not only did Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders perform well, actually, there was a Dylan Gabriel sighting. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the plays and some of the sounds and some of the footage that Deshaun Watson gave us today in training camp. Now, see, this is a lot of short passes going downfield. You can see hitting Harold Fannin Jr. You know what I'm saying? Look, getting the ball out quick. Little 8-yard pass to KC Concepcion. KC Concepcion is going to be one of them dig route receivers, man, across the middle, yak yards, getting it there. Look, Jerry Jeudy actually catching the ball. That's surprisingly. He's catching it from four. He's catching it from four. Get up in there, defense barrel down on him. Quick passes. Look at Jerry Jeudy holding on to the ball because he's catching it from four. He's catching it from four. Little quick passes. Sampson. Luke Floria in the back of the end zone. This is a lot of red zone touchdowns that down in the red zone that Deshaun Watson had. Well, that's a back-to-back play with Floria. Same play. Get it out to Jerry Jeudy. Little quick, little 7-yard, slant route into the end zone. That's how Deshaun Watson got majority of his touchdowns today because it was doing a red zone offense. See, he kind of threw the ball down at Denzel Boston's feet. Should have put it in his chest. Now he came back and hit him where he was supposed to hit him, right in the hands, going across the middle. Got it down. See how he put that down into Floria, down where only the receiver can catch it. Getting the ball out quick. So this is where Deshaun Watson's touchdowns, majority of Deshaun Watson's touchdowns came in down there. Because you'll see on the infamous tracker, because the tracker, like they say, is not going to lie. And he had 7 touchdowns today. See how he's putting the ball down? See, these are all down 10 yards into the red zone. A lot of 7-on-7s, 11-on-11 drills down in the red zone for Deshaun Watson. That's how, the quarterback tracker makes it look like that he did a lot today. But he responded. Nice little pass over to Quinshon Judkins. Now, see, he tried to get the ball down the field, but he couldn't, so he came back to his read to the tight end, Harold Fannin Jr. So if you're really looking at this in the totality of it, man, a lot of footage of Deshaun Watson getting the ball out quick, getting the ball out to Wallace out of the backfield on a curl route. Look at Denzel Boston going across the middle. Now, that's a big receiver, man, so they shouldn't miss him, man. Just give him an opportunity to catch the ball. That's all I see with him. Give him an opportunity to catch the ball, man. See, this is all down in the red zone. Now, he got out of there quick. But I will tell you one thing. Todd Monken is impressed with Shedeur Sanders' speed, though. You see, he tried to, get out. He threw the ball away. Lived to fight another play. Across the middle to Harold Fannin. So you see what's going on. It's a lot of short game. It's nothing really down the field. Explosive plays that we've seen in Shedeur Sanders in the first 6 days where he's putting the ball down the field, giving the receivers an opportunity, such as KC Concepcion, Gabe Larbadan, and Denzel Boston. I don't see that with Deshaun and none of this footage that we're watching right now. All I see is the short reps and getting the ball out quick. But he did respond today. And like I said, Shedeur Sanders has put that heat on him, man. And that's why Deshaun Watson got to respond the way he has to respond, man. So basically, you saw the footage that Deshaun Watson did today in day 7 of training camp. Also, we got the infamous quarterback tracker. So you're looking at the tracker. Like I said, Shedeur Sanders started off a little shaky, but he picked it up. He was 11-16. He had 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. I was trying to find an interception, but I couldn't find it to show you the footage on that as well. But look at Deshaun Watson. Basically, majority of these plays was down 10 yards in. He was in the red zone, and he was 17-20. Only missed out on 3 passes. He had 7 TDs, and they all, like I showed you, was down in the red zone. Quick offense, getting the ball out quick. Dylan Gabriel sighting, 4-6. He had 2 touchdowns. And Tellen Green didn't get no reps today. So, as training camp moves forward, you see what Todd Monken is doing. He's separating these these reps, just like he told y'all early in OTAs and minicamp, that all the reps are not going to be distributed evenly. It's all coming down between Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson. So all the claims that they got out there about Dylan Gabriel, putting himself back in the mix, man, he's not giving me enough, tape, because he's not getting enough, reps to go out there and say that he can do it consistently. So basically, what we're trying to tell you guys is the quarterback competition is between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders. But great day for Deshaun Watson. He responded back to all the critics and he hears all the noise. He sees the pressure that Shedeur's putting on him. So he had to have his Eminem moment. And he came out there and he delivered. Y'all do me a favor, man. Y'all get down in that comment section.
I see everyone in the comment section, #salute. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you will know every time I drop a hot banger. Oh yeah, just in case I forgot, tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. And that will wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. Catch you on the next one. Deuces.